where you were 10 years ago and recreate the list you had in your mind, many of those items you have now achieved, accomplished, acquired. But it has not really made a difference in your well-being. So what do? You say, I thought this would make me happy. I was in error. It's not this that will make me happy. It's that will make me happy. So you change whatever it is you put down on the if side of the equation. I had an entrepreneur friend who started a business, and when he started a business, he thought, if I reach 10 million in revenue, I will be really successful and happy. He did that. Then it was 100 million. And he said, no, actually that was an error. I've got to reach 1 billion. And he will reach 1 billion, and he will be in exactly the same boat that he was. What I want to share with you, and this is a fundamental truth, is the if-then model is faulty. It's flawed. It's wrong. Let me repeat that. The model that all of us believe, if this happens, then we will be happy, the model is wrong. But we don't recognize that the model is wrong. What we do instead is say, what I put down on the if side of the equation is wrong. What I really have to do is take these items away and put these items, and let me try. Oh, that didn't work, so let me take this away and put this on. And we keep rearranging what we put on the if side of the equation. But we never realize that the equation itself is faulty. And that's how we learn to be unhappy. Let me ask you a question. Have any of you ever been in front of a scene of such spectacular beauty that it took you outside of yourself to a place of great calm and joy? Maybe you saw a rainbow or a beautiful valley or a mountain with snow. That happened to any of you? Raise your hands if you can recall at least one such instance in your life. So virtually every one of you can remember such an instance. Why is it? Why did you feel that sense of deep, overpowering calm, serenity, peace? The reason you felt it is because somehow, for some reason, inexplicably, at that instant, you accepted the universe exactly as it was. You didn't go around saying, that is a beautiful rainbow, but it is off to one side. If I could move it 200 yards to the right, it would be so much better. No, the rainbow was off to one side, and it's perfect. And there are crooked trees in the valley, and that's perfect. And the mountain is lopsided, and that's perfect. The world is fine. And the moment you accepted what confronted you as it's okay, your habitual wanting self dropped away. And when your habitual wanting self dropped away, you did not have to make any effort to find the happiness, which is an integral part of you. It rose up and enveloped you. And you felt it. And I know you felt it because even now, after all those days, weeks, years, or whenever it happened, you can still remember it. And you remember it fondly. And you say, I don't know why it happened, but it was, and I wish my life was like that. And your life can be like that. Every day can be like that. And every day can be like that if only you would recognize a fundamental truth. Your life, right now, with all of the problems that you are facing, all of the problems that you think you are facing, is every bit as perfect. You are right now in the exact situation that you need for your personal growth. But you don't accept that. You don't believe that. Whatever it is that you are confronted with, you are striving with might and main to change it around. No, this is not right. This is not the way I want the world to be. I want to go ahead and make changes. And you completely, utterly resist the situation that you are in. You do not accept it. And when you do not accept it, you buy into the if-then model. And the if-then model, as I shared with you, is fundamentally flawed. And the more you buy into that, the more you are unhappy. And that's how you learn to be unhappy. This raises a host of questions. If I accept that the situation which confronts me is perfect, then what happens to ambition? And there are many things I can see which are wrong. There is corruption, there are people who are starving, there are natural tragedies. And what do I do about it? Should I simply lie back and do nothing? No, that's not the way it works. We are all of us in a human predicament. And when we are in a human predicament, we have a vision of this is the way the world should be. And as long as you have a vision of this is the way the world should be, it is obligatory on you to try with every fiber of your being, with every ounce of your might and main, to achieve that vision. You're in the human predicament. You've got to take action. Take action to realize your vision. But the mistake we make is the following. If I succeed, then I will be happy. Sever that link. You will try with might and main to achieve your vision, and if you succeed, wonderful. If you don't succeed, wonderful. It does not make any difference to your well-being whether or not you succeed. This is an extremely important principle. Think about how life is organized, how our parents, teachers, friends, all of us would like us to lead a life. How many of you have been told from a very young age that you should be ambitious, you should set goals for yourself? You should not only set goals, but you should come up with an action plan to achieve your goals. Any of you ever had that? Let me point out something funny about life. And what is funny about life is the following. Actions are within your control, not completely, but largely. The outcome is completely outside your control. Any of you recognize that? The outcome is completely outside your control. You take a set of actions and you expect a particular outcome. We'll call it outcome A. And you may get outcome A. Or more likely, you'll get outcome B, C, or D. And sometimes you'll get outcome E, which is diametrically opposed to the outcome you wanted. You wanted outcome A, you got outcome E, it's diametrically opposed. I had a friend of mine who was dating a girl, and he was really very fond of her, and he would call her all the time, and he thought he was making headway, and then it struck him, if I call so many times, she will not respect me, and what I should really do is stop calling her so often. So he stopped calling her, thinking, well, therefore she will respect me more, and our relationship will move to a deeper level. And she said, oh, well, he's not calling, and she found somebody else, and the next time he called, she said, sorry, I'm seeing somebody else.